So for the most part, you're going to have like up in the air launchers and on the ground launchers. Ones where you kick them in the air and hit them, and ones where they kind of crumple to the ground where you pick them back up. So the way we go over the way the full combos later on is kind of based on that. Here's the combos that have a similar launch trajectory or whatever, and here's the ones where you have to do blank to pick them up and then go from there. So that's kind of an interesting way to organize them, in my opinion, is by their similarities. For the most part, we're going to use a lot of the same combo tools over and over again, but the paths that those lead into do tend to repeat. So you're going to get used to the same combos, but I want to look at what those pieces are so you can mix and match them. And I think they come out a little bit more naturally when you think about it in terms of piece A, piece B, and piece C, or whatever they might be. However your learning process works, I think this is kind of a cool way to complement that. So let's look at the combos in the phases that we talked about before. The first hit, keeping the juggle alive, and then tornado, etc. Your first combo hits, like I said, are pretty much going to be up in the air like that, or down on the ground like that. So for your up in the air combos, forward 2-3 is usually going to be the first hit you go for. It's nice damage, and it punts them even higher into the air. You just got to find what comes next to get underneath them. Things on the ground, down 1-2 is your go-to because that's the most universal thing for picking them up out of that slump. Not everything works that way, but most of them do. And then from that point, you have another set of moves that'll finish the juggle from there. Otherwise, in some more generic situations, 4-1 is an interesting string. It's just a little tap. It's got nice speed and nice height, makes the rest of the combo a little bit more stable. So those are your opening hits, so to speak. It depends on what your launcher was, right? Like if I do this, you can pretty much do anything you want. They're so high in the air. But if I do this, I'm pretty much limited to down 1-2. So your first hit matters a lot. And then from there, what comes next sort of just kind of fills in the puzzle all on its own. So for example, if I do an airborne combo and I do this, round off is a good choice. Down forward, 3+4 works really well here. Punt them in the air, follow them up. And you land right on top of them, you have back turn moves. So the same is true off the down 1-2 low pickups. You can do down 1-2 into back turn, 3-4. That's the next logical move that fits really well. Down 1-2 doesn't force you into back turn, but that's a good choice to do. You could do other stuff. Down 1-2 backwards, 3-4 is going to be super reliable, and I recommend it a lot. You don't have to. You could do other things, right? You could pick up with this. There are some other choices, but not as much as it used to be. Some of these fall distances are a little different than they were in the last game. So a lot of the Tekken 7 combos you might remember don't work the same. And the last extender, so to speak, is forward 3 or back 1 because these go into do glide. Going into do glide is pretty good because you have a tornado attack in there. So you're pretty much getting an up in the air combo or a down on the ground combo built out of these like 6 or so pieces. And you can kind of do different parts together. We'll see how they fit. But some of these are going to be so common, they're going to be color-coded. There's going to be a blue combo and a red combo. And I'll refer to them as such. I'll say, here you do forward 3, blah, 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 and say this is the red combo and refer to red combo. Because I think that'll also help you learn that sequence. Rather than just remembering every single number, red combo will sink into your brain. Like, oh yeah, that's just 3, blah, blah, blah. The next step is your tornado. Most of your combos are going to end with the tornado because this is what gets you that last like guaranteed shot. You're pretty much going to have do glide 3 in almost all of these. A new addition to the game. That does a grip of damage. It's 28 damage just by itself. So this works wonders in your combo. Forward 3 leads into it. Back 1 leads into it, etc. That's very, very common. Next up is back turn 1-2. You're going to see this for all of the moves that use, like, say, the round off, for example. End up backwards, that's your choice. Back turn 1-2 is pretty good. And other than that, the basic combo, like you did something like this 4-1, down 2-2-4 is another good choice. Those are the simple, basic combo tools. 4-1, nice and stable. Down 2-2-4, nice and stable. You can use those for middle-of-the-road combos. If you're not comfortable with the fancy stuff or you forgot the fancy stuff, those tend to work pretty well too. So those are your primary tornado attacks, and once you hit them with the tornado, you pretty much got one shot left. Technically, I get like 3 hits, but at that point, that's all you got, right? You've used as much combo as you possibly can. You got one more shot at them, And usually it's forward, forward 3 into do glide, and then do glide 1, 4. That does a little bit more damage. That works on almost everything. You can have an 8, 9 hit combo piled up, forward, forward 3 into do glide 1, 4. That's going to work on everything. Back to 1 heliotrope into do glide is going to be a little bit more damage, and it works in almost every case. These are also color-coded. Forward, forward 3 into the do glide ender, or is in orange, and heliotrope back to 1 into do glide ender, that's in purple, if you get the joke. And there's another version of it that uses the up 3-3 that we've seen before, because that second hit is the exact same kick as Alstroemeria. You can also use that. But that's going to be even more finicky. It's got a weird timing. It's very different off of different things. It's not going to show up a lot as your ender. Most of your enders are going to use heliotrope into do glide. Otherwise, you do Alstroemeria into do glide. Back to 1 or forward, forward 3. Those are your choices for the most part. You can also use down forward 3 plus 4 to add a little spice to the end of your combo. If you have enough time left, you could just end with that and then use this to like chase them down, different things like that. Run a mix up or just continue to pressure them. If they're thinking, oh wait, what did he do? Did he just drop that combo? They hesitate for a second, and that can work in your benefit. It's also kind of interesting if the wall is nearby. If you want to land with this and this, that way you have access to that as your wall combo, for example. That works really well. So the last kind of combo ender are ones that carry to the wall. Your combo is done. You got your finishing move, but the wall is nearby. What if my finishing move could kick them the rest of the way to the wall? Your best choice for that is probably going to be back 1-4. That's got a really nice high arc to it. You could also use forward 2-3. That works just about as well. They do nice damage. You're going to need enough hits though, right? If you've extended the limit of your combo, you're probably going to miss that second hit. It won't work, but be warned. It's something you have to get comfortable with, right? You got to realize how long your combo is. I only got 1 hit left. I better make it count. But it's say, oh, it's a relatively short combo. I could do this and still squeeze more out of it. The last option for back turn or for wall carry is turning backwards. I did my whole combo and I get to the end of it. I could do that. I could do down forward 2 or do while standing 2, for example, and then go backwards. For the same reasons before, that gets you access to this at the wall if you're looking for something like that. So you can get some different combo results there if you're back turned when you arrive at the wall. A little tough to time, but you'll get used to it once you're comfortable with everything else. Those are cool options to have. So that is the structure of your combos. The moves that launch them, the first thing you do, then the rest of the combo to keep them in the air. You do a tornado to send them back to the ground, and then you finish it with your ender. Maybe you get to the wall. You can, at pretty much any point, do a heat engager in the middle of this, which kind of just like keeps the combo going. So every character has 5 heat engagers that when you're in heat mode and you hold forward, you get whole combos from there. You get an entire juggle from hitting them with 3-1 like that when you hold forward. Every character has one that does not do this. Back turned 1-4, this does not lead to a full combo. It only leads to one like guaranteed hit. I think every character is designed that way. One of them is too good to allow it to launch. The rest of them can all launch. But if you're already in mid combo, you can do pretty much the same thing. If I'm in heat mode, I can do that and then do my regular combo ender. As far as I can tell, that heat move does not affect your juggle counter, but it does affect the hell out of your damage scaling. You're going to start doing less and less damage. So you can put those in a combo anywhere you want to. You don't want to put them early because you'll scale out a lot of your damage. You want to put them at the very end. You want to do like the max combo you possibly can. And then, okay, I got a little bit more. This isn't going to kill, but say if I'm in heat mode and I have a heat engager, then I can get one more hit for free out of it, that might kill. That's kind of all they're good for in combos. They tend to ruin your combo for the most part, so they're only good for like that last minute, let me spend all I have, hope this kills extension. It turns a 10-hit, 65 damage combo into an 11-hit, 68 damage combo, right? That's kind of what they do. Some characters are better than others, but that for the most part is the only way you use those in combo. If you activate heat mode during the combo and then do the engager afterward, notice you do not get a juggle. You get one follow-up and that's it. You don't get to have both. So you have to already be in heat mode to do the combo extensions anyway. Activating heat mode in combo and then using heat engager is the worst thing you can do. What most people tend to do these days is just do the combo, activate heat mode, and then keep it, right? Don't use your heat engager. You exit the combo with your heat mode active. That's definitely a much better way to spending it.